Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Roxamore Sports broadcast coverage of tonight's, there was a little bit of a mishap in this schedule here today, so I'm not exactly sure what to call this event, but other than that, it is senior recognition night tonight for Woodland Hills seniors. But yeah, there was a little bit of a mishap in the schedule for the other visiting team, and they couldn't make it here today. It was McKeesport, and they couldn't make it here today, so we're going to have to reschedule that game. I believe we're going to be covering that game sometime in the future. But if not, Woodland Hills is nonetheless going to go against McKeesport in the future. But yeah, there was a little bit of a mishap, but nonetheless, it is senior recognition tonight, and the atmosphere is still very much alive with the fans here in the bleachers and, of course, the students themselves as they recognize the senior students from Woodland Hills. I believe they're still going to go with today's events, though, nonetheless. The diving and relay races. So it's somewhat of a practice match here for these athletes, but nonetheless, they are always competing against themselves. As with any sport, you are your biggest competitor. So it's a matter of improving yourself and besting your old self. So they have boogie boards right here. And I suppose this is the swimmer's way of applauding as they slap their boogie boards together for each name that gets announced. And ladies and gentlemen, it is hot in here as usual, and I continuously make that mistake of bringing my sweater in, and right now I am sweating bullets. So this athlete is a member of the Garden City Swim Club. And he's a Woodland Hills captain and is involved in the Woodland Hills musical cast, I believe. So right now, atmosphere is absolutely alive, just the way we like to see it here. Students full of that high school spirit as they clap their boogie boards together. Next up is Abigail Ross here, another senior from Woodland Hills, as she goes down with her family. Mother Michael and Jessica, and then she has 4 years on the Woodland Hills High School swim team. She's a captain of the tennis team, a senior class president, a student council member, and 4 years on the softball team. So I believe they said she's planning on attending Cornell for the veterinary school. That is an Ivy League school. Good luck to her. And a fine quote from her is, "It's a great day to swim." So it's a little bit noisy in here. Hopefully you guys can hear me on the other side. I believe you can. But nonetheless, great atmosphere in here. Students cheering on Ryan Powers as he marches down the lane, joined by his family. His mother Kathy and father Rob. He's been with Black Ridge for 9 years. So he's a drum major for Woodland Hills Marching Band. And he's part of the musical program. And plans on attending the Pittsburgh University in the fall. So good luck to that young man. Pittsburgh University has quite a powerful alumni. You can check it out on Google yourself. Ranging from fine entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, celebrities, you name it. They got it all over there. Of course, we want to bring your attention over to Black History Month as we have entered February. So we want to remember those that brought us here together, as we have a diverse group of athletes here as well as spectators, whereas it wasn't that long ago when events like this were segregated by race. So those that made the sacrifice have brought us here as a more harmonious society. This is Jack Radigan, joined by his father. Jack Radigan is one of those athletes that we have covered before here on the Roxamore Sports broadcast, as he is involved in quite a wide range of sports. It's also, from my interpretation, a very popular dude here at Woodland Hills High School. So that is it for the senior recognition ceremony. And I believe they're heading into tonight's events here at the Woodland Hills High School. For those of you watching for McKeesport, there will be no coverage with McKeesport here at this high school tonight, as there has been a mishap with the schedule, and it did not translate well over to McKeesport, so they are not here at the moment, or here today rather. They will be going against Woodland Hills in the future. Whether or not Roxamore Sports will be broadcasting that game is up in the air. But we'll be right back after these messages.
Let me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like hills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere, you know I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the uttermost. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chillin' with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Triller brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Roxamore Sports broadcast coverage of tonight's event, Senior Recognition Night, here at Woodland Hills High School, recognizing the class of 2023. And as mentioned before, there is a little bit of a mishap there in the schedule, so McKeesport, if you're here for McKeesport, will not be here at the swim meet tonight. But, threat not, there will be a reschedule for that game coming up in the near future. Not exactly sure when, but be sure to check out for that. I'm not sure if the Roxamore Sports Network is going to be covering that game or not, but nonetheless, there will be a reschedule for that event in the near future. For those of you still watching, thank you for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports broadcast as we cover tonight's meet with strictly Woodland Hills. And they got quite a big roster here, as you can see right there at the getting into the lanes there. We're going to bring recognition also to head coach Walt Reamer and assistant coach Ashley Newman. They have been coaching Woodland Hills High School swim team for quite some time. Also, I'll bring attention over to all seniors. We have Justin Mayer, his mother, Janine, father, Mike. He's been swimming for 4 years here at Woodland Hills High School. He's on a 7-year membership. Well, he's been a member for 7 years of the Garden City Swim Club. His best memories are sleeping on the bus ride home from away meets. His activities is junior varsity soccer, captain for Woodland Hills, and Woodland Hills musical choir. Musical cast, rather. For some reason, I felt tempted to say the word choir, but his future plans is to attend college for engineering in the fall. I believe that's at Pittsburgh University. And his words of wisdom is, if you're having a rough time, follow the 3 S's every morning. For the sake of so-called appropriateness, that's poop, shower, and shave. I think we all know what he actually meant. Then we have Abigail Morose. Family. Michael Morose, her father, and her mother, Jessica Malkovitz. And her grandmother, Rosalind Malkovitz, and her brothers Jacob and Simon. She's been with the Woodland Hills swim team for 4 years here at this high school. Her best memories from high school is being able to spend time with my little brother, a freshman on the swim team. So, her brother is here as I suppose, a freshman or a sophomore with her. For the Woodland Hills swim team. And her activities is captain of the tennis team, 12th grade or senior class president, and a treasurer of the green team and student council member. So right now, so it looks like they are starting off with the So it looks like they're starting off with the 200 medley relay. With, once again, strictly Woodland Hills. Swimming is a unique activity that is able to work out all the muscles in the body. So this sport translates well to other sports as well, as it ultimately requires a lot of timing on your breathing, your strokes, and knowing how to regulate yourself in terms of knowing how to regulate yourself in terms of knowing your limits and how you can improve your limits. Right now, it's looking good here for these athletes. Looks like they're just pacing themselves without the pressure of competition being here today. So once again, you are your biggest competitor. You also your biggest critique. Unless you have a tremendous ego where you don't think you need to improve anywhere, which can go both ways. You can either be really good and have a great ego, or you can be pretty mediocre and have a big ego. But nonetheless, if you're honest with yourself and you critique yourself fairly, you can really be a far better athlete than you have imagined yourself to be. So again, this is the first event that would have been held in a competitive manner against McKeesport, but there was a misunderstanding with the schedule, and that resulted in just Woodland Hills here today. So this is more of a senior recognition night and a practice meet here, as we're able to witness these talented athletes' skill sets when it comes to swimming. Originally they started off with the just it gonna be with the boys in the beginning, and then the girls playing shortly after that. But it looks like they are going co-ed with this event, as it's both boys and girls in the pool here. And the atmosphere is jovial, to say the least, whereas in a more competitive event, it would be possibly still jovial, but a little bit more focused. But as we see right here, we have athletes getting themselves in the zone as they're dancing around, chit-chatting with their team, putting on a wonderful show here for the fans here in the bleachers. It is senior recognition night. You might as well give it your best shot, even if this is just a practice here. But nonetheless, absolutely love what we're seeing, because we're seeing great encouragement here by their team, as well as a healthy social climate. I'm not sure if the comments are open right now, but if you want to say anything, words of encouragement to these talented athletes, be sure to jot some comments down, words of encouragement to them down below. That is if the comment section's open. Sometimes it's locked off. I'm not sure about tonight, though, for this coverage, because I know some of the students watch the broadcast when it's replayed on YouTube and Facebook. So most likely they will see your comment. And as always, we want to thank you all for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports Network broadcast coverage of tonight's event. And I believe that is it for the 200 medley relay. They started off with, originally it was just going to be the boys first and the girls second, but they went with both sexes. And that brings us over to our next event. 200 free relay. So right now they're splitting up their teams here between each other. It looks like we're occupying all the lanes here today. So this is going to be possibly a short broadcast coverage as they are doing both genders, or sexes rather, at the same time. But nonetheless, great atmosphere. As mentioned, it is very hot up in here, speaking of atmosphere. And right now I'm sweating, but hey, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I always hear humidity is good for the skin. Listen, guys, I didn't go to school for anything medical, so correct me if that is absolutely false or if that's true. I'm not sure what it means when the humidity is due by a chlorine pool exactly, but nonetheless, absolutely loving what we're seeing here. Good team spirit here. Athletes very enthusiastic, very encouraging to each other. And the bleachers full with family members and friends for these Woodland Hills athletes. Again, we are starting the 200 free relay here. And this time, it's going to be both genders, or both sexes rather, in the pool at the same time. So they are trying to balance that cup on their head. It's a glass of water as they do a backstroke. And they're trying to maintain, oh! We lost one, we lost two. And so far, so good. They're in lane 1. He's able to maintain balance. Lane 2, lane 3. So far, so good. Looks like lane 4. Lost balance of that cup. Then lane 6, definitely lost balance of the cup, but he's still at it. He's still at it. Lane 5 originally lost balance of her cup. And she lost it again, but still maintaining it. Takes a tremendous amount of practice to hold that cup on your head. Once again, swimming is one of those sports that really help you with regulating yourself. Getting to know how, well, what's the way I'm trying to say it? Getting the way to know how your body works in a sense, because you have to balance yourself, you have to regulate your breathing. It's all about the timing as well as the right there, the coach is reprimanding lane 3 for cheating apparently, as he pelts him with some plastic bean bags. But again, yes, it takes a good amount of practice to get that cup truly balanced on your head. And it's good practice as it helps maintain your form and your breathing regulation, your strokes, in this case, backstrokes. So originally was the 200 free relay race, but it looks like they went with a backstroke cup balancing. And as you can see, it is not an easy task, as quite a number of athletes here have lost balance of that cup. My eyes can only scan so much of the pool, and so far I'm seeing that cup fall left and right. So far it looks like just about everybody here in the pool right now has lost balance of that cup as they try to maintain it on their head. So far, so good over there in lane 3. So far, so good. Lane 3 is almost there. Just about a quarter of the way to the end of the pool. Same with lane 4. She is holding on to it quite well. And both of them make it there to the end. And hand the cup over to the team. Lane 1 almost had it, but lost balance of the cup on her way back. His way back, rather. Lane 4 with absolute grace, holding on to the cup. Looking good there, and I jinxed him right at the last second. It's going back home. There's also a matter of slipperiness there to consider, as water. Believe it or not, it's slippery. So there is that as they try to maintain this cup. And I suppose they can practice that one up a little bit more, as so far I have yet to see anyone do a clean breakaway, holding the cup onto the head. There in lane 6, she had it good for the first part, but on her way back she lost balance of that cup quite a bit, but so far so good right now, as she is almost there, looking good on the stroke, and she makes it back. Well done. There in lane 5, so far so good, and she is on her way back home. Balance is looking good there. Lane 2, also looking good. Able to hold on to that cup there. So far, no slipping. It's looking like it's leaning, though. And it's off in lane 2. She's still at it. There in lane 6, looking good, holding on to the cup. And, ooh, just over the face, and off it goes. But on his way back, let's see. So far there in lane 2, looking good. Almost there, about a quarter ways. She almost has it. She's getting there, and, ooh, loses it right at the last second. And now it appears they're going with just a regular free relay here. Yeah, that is a rough one. I myself would never be able to do that, as it takes a good amount of balance, a good amount of, I don't want to keep using the word regulation, but it does take a good amount of regulating yourself there when it comes to swimming to actually maintain a good balance on your head, which is great practice because it helps you maintain a good form as well as a good breathing technique. Because once again, swimming is a sport that translates well into other sports, as it's able to help you maintain yourself and your performance, your timing, as well as a great workout for the entire body. It's one of those things I wish I did more of back in high school. I did it more of a recreational in high school more than anything. I grew up near the ocean, and I used to swim a lot in there, but nothing competitively. I was more of a soccer person and track, a little bit of basketball back in middle school, but swimming, if I did swimming, that would have been key to a lot of the sports I did. All right, looks like we're heading to our next event here. That is possibly the 200 IM. So the next event is going to be the Corkscrew 100. So we're starting with the Corkscrew 100. And a note from the coach that he wants you all to take away here is be you. Your worth is not measured by comparing yourself to others. It is measured by getting up each morning and being the best you that you can be. And man, does that hold true. As mentioned, you are your biggest competitor and biggest critique. Oh, wow. So this is the 100 corkscrew. It is a combination between a forward stroke and a backstroke. An excellent workout for the body. And you really have to nail down your breathing in this one. Good speed here by these athletes. Great speed there in lane 4. As he is already a quarter way to the end of the pool. And they make it look easy. Believe me, it's not an easy task to do all the time. Corkscrews require a lot of body strength. We're talking about good kicking, or pedaling rather, as well as good stroke. Getting a good rotation going on here. Swimming is also one of those practical sports that help you with just regular things in life. I mean, it really separates you from the average swimmer. All right, and I believe that is the end of that event there. The schedule's a little bit changed up here. We want to bring your attention over to another senior here today. That is Ryan Powers. His mother, Kathy, his father, Rob. He swam at Black Ridge for 9 years and on the Woodland Hills High School swim team for 4 years. His best memories in high school is feasting on some food with the team before and after meets. His activities is drumming. He's a drumming major with the Woodland Hills Marching Band. President of the NHS and in the musical program. His future plans is, I plan to attend the University of Pittsburgh in the fall to study law, criminal justice, and society. And his words of wisdom are, put 100% in all the time, especially on the days when no one else wants to.
They doing something else, or is that it? You know how to put these in? Hold on.
All right, so we're heading into our next event here. Again, the schedule's a little bit different than what I'm looking at. So it looks like, at least from what I was told, they're kind of just freestyling it here tonight. Originally, McKeesport was supposed to be here, but there was a bit of a misunderstanding with the schedule, and that resulted in McKeesport not being here, but that event will be held in the future. So keep an eye out for that, as Woodland Hills will be going against McKeesport sometime soon. Right now, it is just Woodland Hills. So if you're from McKeesport, watch it from McKeesport. Another time, guys, another time. But thank you for stopping by here on the Roxamore Sports Network. I wish you a great night. for Woodland Hills, thank you for sticking around here as we watch this coverage of this practice. Again, it is senior recognition night. So our next senior is Jack Radigan. And again, from what I understand, he is quite a popular guy. And we covered him before on the Roxamore Sports broadcast, as we have with all these athletes. Jack Radigan is a very talented young man. His father, Sean, and mother, Monica. He's been... we'll be back with him shortly after these messages. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Roxamore Sports podcast coverage of Senior Recognition Night here at Woodland Hills High School. And today it's just a regular swim practice, it turns out, as there was a misunderstanding with McKee Sport. So that results in just Woodland Hills here competing against himself in more of a jovial atmosphere as they taking a little bit of the competition out of the mix, but nonetheless, they are competing against themselves here. And there is a change in the line of events as well here. So, originally it was just going to be the 200 medley relay race, as well as the 200 free relay, 200 IM, the 50 free relay, the 100 fly, the 500 free relay, the 200 free relay, 100 backstroke, and 100 breaststroke, 400 free relay. That's going to be the last event, but they're kind of just freestyling it here tonight. So this is just a practice night, but nonetheless, absolutely love what we're seeing here. This is a swimmer's train here, as the lead swimmer is able to pull the other swimmers behind him. A test of strength. As you can imagine, it's not an easy task to do, and yet they are pulling forward quite well, especially there in lane 3. As you can tell by that athlete's physique, he is a powerhouse, and he is absolutely able to pull his team forward. Now back over to Jack Radigan. He's been swimming for 2 years on the Woodland Hills High School swim team. His best memories is pre-swim meat feast with the team. His activities that he does aside from swimming is, gotta be grammatically correct here, soccer, tennis, bowling, marching band, and concert band. His future plans are, there I go again, I plan to attend to the University of Pittsburgh in the fall. His words of wisdom are, be careful to not break any picture frames or doors. Absolutely true there. So they are continuing here with the swimmers train. Quite a beautiful display here of strength. And over there in lane 3, it looks like he's struggling a little bit to pull his team forward, but he's managed to power himself back up, as he has quite a bit of athletes that he's pulling along here. Again, as you can imagine, it's not easy, especially once someone is holding onto your ankle. That definitely does kind of break up your form a little bit, but it is good practice nonetheless. And so far, so good. The form is looking great there. And all three of these lanes. Lane 4 is looking great. Lane 2, almost there, almost there. And he reaches the end there. Lane 4 and 3, all complete. And all eyes are on lane 2 as they head back home. Almost there. Again, it is one of those tasks you don't really get to practice much of. I mean, you can swim by yourself. It's good practice in itself, but when you do an event like this, so trying to balance your cup in your head, it's a whole different game. So, nonetheless, it's great practice, though. Absolutely love what we're seeing here. And that's something we don't get to cover a lot of is practice. Get to see how these athletes fine-tune themselves. We see like a little bit of warm-ups before a match begins, but we don't get to see a lot of practice in the action here. And certainly that is what we are seeing here today for senior recognition night. Right there in lane 2, it is just a two-train show. And great speed there. And looking good, looking good. So we are now heading into our next event, which they said they're going to just be freestyling here, kind of coming up with events as they go along, as we're not staying with the original schedule for tonight's event. I'll let you know what that is shortly. And they are announcing it. Let me keep my ear out. So the coach is talking about how every now and then he has football players here on the swim team that kind of come in with a bit of a I don't want to say ego, but for better lack of words, a bit of an ego that think that some of these practice runs are easy to do, but it turns out they're not quite easy to do. From what I can hear what he's saying. It's a little bit hard to hear from where I'm sitting at, so I try to listen in to what the coach is saying. But looks like he is getting ready to give these athletes quite the challenge. Trying to hear what he's saying here at the moment. And right now they are starting with one athlete there in lane 2. Lane 3 is now open for business. Lane 4 is in. Abby pulling forward ahead. Really showing her excellent display of power here. Lane 3 pulling ahead of everyone else. And in. Lane 3 finish. Lane 1. Or lane 2 rather. That's Abby. Looking great on the formation here. Lane 4. Looking good as well. Almost there. About a quarter ways. Lane 4. Abby finishes this with the thunderous applause, welcoming her back home. Next senior weight winner. Oh. Again, they're just kind of freestyling the challenges here tonight for Woodland Hills. So we're not going off the original line of events here tonight. But nonetheless, students in good spirit here. Having a good time. Absolutely something we love to see. It's a little bit of an insight into the practice of the Woodland Hills swim team. And I gotta say, I've been to quite a few pools at high schools, and the Woodland Hills High School actually has a really well-maintained pool arena. Very clean and very up-to-date. Quite a bit of times I've been to pools before and it's a little bit outdated. The lighting is off. Air smells stale, but not here at Woodland Hills High School. So absolutely love seeing how the school puts the money towards the facilities, giving the students better resources. Our next senior we want to recognize is Jackson Mans. His father, Gary, his brother, Carson. He's been swimming for the Woodland Hills High School for 2 years. He has 10 years. 10 years of experience on the Forest Hills summer swim team. And he has been swimming for 7 years as a member of the WAT. That is Woodland Hills Aquatics Team, WAT. His best memories of high school is being welcomed generously onto Woodland Hills High School team as an independent for one last year after not being able to swim at Sierra Catholic. His activities, aside from swimming, are being a part of the National Honor Society, French NHS, Science NHS, Math League, Junior Achievement, and Student Ambassadorship. Quite a busy fellow there. And his future plans are to study biochemistry on a pre-med track at an undecided university. His words of wisdom are put in some hard work, but most importantly, have fun. Starting up our next line of events here. I'm trying to hear what the coach is saying. But the microphone that he's speaking from is a little bit muffled, so it's a little bit hard to hear what he's saying here. But it looks like right now they're trying to decide the teams here for Woodland Hills on how to divide them. Like they're doing a two-lane team kind of thing. Oh, it looks like they're going with 3 lanes instead. And rock, paper, scissors, shoot in the pool here. All right. This is new for me here. So we have 6 swimmers in the pool at the same time, about on opposite ends of the pool. And when they meet with each other halfway, they perform a game of rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And have to swim back a certain way if they lose the game. This is a new practice with me, so absolutely love to see new things here. I think I'm getting the hang of it, though. So they meet with each other halfway. It looks like in some cases it's best 2 out of 3 with the rock, paper, scissors, shoot results. And if you lose, you have to go back the way you came. Nonetheless, though, absolutely love the atmosphere here. Usually we we see a different type of body language and facial expressions from the athletes before a match begins with a opposing school. It's more focused, I would say. It's more serious-minded, but it's good to see the human side of the athletes here in the practice as they socialize with each other. And, of course, putting on a great show here for the spectators here in the bleachers. Of course, the memories you pick up, the memories you have from high school can go a long way. So it's moments like this that mean a lot to these athletes. We want to bring your attention to the next athlete here. That is Ethan DeCrosta. His father, Joe, and his mother, Maria. He's been swimming for Woodland Hills High School for 1 year. And his best memories, it says, are the Liam Blaney mentality. His activities, aside from swimming, are 4 years experience with the Woodland Hills soccer team and tennis. His future plans are to go to business school. That is a 4-year business school. And his words of wisdom are, don't give up, no matter what. Absolutely. Absolutely. Never give up. Give it your best shot. When it comes to business school, I mean, you got to make risk when you get into business. Wise decisions the whole way through. And sometimes when you're in the world of business, your first business doesn't go quite as well as planned, and it's easy to get discouraged, especially when it comes to racking up a tremendous amount of debt in the process. But nonetheless, you go at it yet again, time and time again, and you succeed. I actually have quite a few uncles and other family members that have businesses of their own. The first business they have fails tremendously, but then the second time or the third time they try it, it is a beautiful, beautiful success. So if Ethan DeCrosta maintains that mentality of not giving up no matter what, he'll do great in business. Next, we want to bring your attention over to Elijah Klein. His mother, Rosa Osgoodsby, and father, John Klein. He says, I've swam since I was 4 years old. I have swam on what? That is the Woodland Hills Aquatics team, the Black Ridge Barracudas, and the high school team for Woodland Hills for 4 years. His best memories in high school swimming are cardio day with enthusiasm. Activities aside from swimming are junior and senior musicals. His future plans are to attend college, pay off my student debt, and hopefully live a happy life. Oh, you will. You will. And his words of wisdom are, do your thing, whatever it may be. Just make sure to pour your soul into it and add a healthy dose of balance. So there we have it, guys. All seniors here tonight for this swim meet. Ethan DeCrosta, Elijah Klein, Jack Radigan, Justin Meyer, Abigail Morose, Ryan Powers, and Jackson Mans. If I'm not mistaken, morose in Russian means frost or snow. If I'm not mistaken. For those of you that know, correct me down in the comment section below. So I'm not sure what they're going to do next here. Looks like they're trying to figure out their next line of events. Not exactly sure what they're discussing down there. I heard somebody say, I want to play water balloons. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's what we're going to see here tonight, but hopefully it is, because that will really be something. But nonetheless, thank you all for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports broadcast coverage as we shine a light on these talented athletes here for Woodland Hills High School swim team. As you see, they are not a one-trick pony. These students have quite a bit of talent elsewhere, as well as interest in quite a wide range of fields. So nonetheless, these students have the building blocks to success all in place, and we wish them the best of luck in their endeavors here in high school and beyond. It's a great atmosphere here. Family, friends, all watching, and of course, you on the other side here, watching for Woodland Hills. Again, we want to give a special thanks to tonight's coaches, that is head coach Walt Reamer and assistant coach Ashley Newman, as they encourage these students to push themselves in a healthy way, of course, but push themselves and encourage their team. And speaking from experience here, it is instrumental when it comes to having a sport in high school, as staying active really helps with other things in high school, such as studying, keeping healthy. It's quite easy after high school. When you graduate, you kind of go into a state of, what's the word I'm looking for? Respite, I would say. And sometimes we stay a little bit too long in that state of respite, and we lose our physique a little bit. So, nonetheless, if they maintain their athleticism, stay active, it's going to translate well into other categories in their life. I myself, I work in an office, so I gotta do a jog at least before I hit the hay, guys. It's definitely helps me perform better during the daytime. But it looks like right now they don't have any. It looks like right now they don't have any particular event lined up here. It looks like they're just having fun. So we'll be right back with you guys after these messages.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
My name is Carolyn Brown, and I am owner and operator here at Outer Limits Adventure Park. We specialize in birthday parties, group events, family reunions, field trips. We have laser tag, arcade games, party rooms, inflatables, and we do have a ninja course coming soon. We are the first Black-owned family entertainment center in Pittsburgh. If your child has their birthday party here, we're going to make them feel like they're the only child here in the world. We like to celebrate them. You know, next to Christmas, celebrating your birthday party is the best thing. So we like the kids here to feel special. Outer Limits Adventure Park is located at 4079 William Penn Highway. We are in the heart of Monroeville, located in the same plaza with Big Lots. You can find us on our website at outerlimitsadventure.com, and we are on multiple social media pages at Outer Limits Adventure Park. So now that you know about Outer Limits Adventure Park, what are you waiting for? We hope to see you soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are just about finished here. Actually, we are pretty much finished. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of light on who the seniors are tonight here for Woodland Hills Senior Recognition Night. We have Ethan DeCrosta, Elijah Klein. Head over to the next side of the page. Justin Meyer, Abigail Morose, Ryan Powers, Jack Radigan, also known as, according to this balloon here, the Butterfly Legend, Jackson Mans. And there you have it. That is the lineup of tonight's seniors here for the Woodland Hills swim team. It has been a fantastic display of fine-tuning here for these athletes as they've been able to get some practice in. Originally it was going to be a swim meet between McKeesport and Woodland Hills, but Woodland Hills is just here tonight. McKeesport had a little bit of a mishap with the schedule, and they will be performing with Woodland Hills in the future. But nonetheless, great atmosphere. Wish these students the best of luck in their future endeavors. We'll see you next time, guys, here on the Roxamore Sports Network.